So great news for the bike meet, and I've managed to arrange a professional photographer to come along and spend the afternoon with us. So for those that do come along to the meet on the 31st of May, then there'll be a chance to get yourself some pictures taken with you and your pride and joy, and we'll try and get some great pictures of everyone there at the meet. And yeah, the guy, the photographer, I think he's just starting out, to be honest. I've got a call with him this evening so we can square away some of the details, but I think the guy's just literally starting out, so it'll be a good chance to help him build his profile and get some business. And he loves bikes as well. He does lots of bike stuff, so he's got a website and he's got his Instagram, so check him out. He is XF Photography, so have a look on Insta or have a look on his website. Got some amazing pictures up there. He is really good. Guy named Sav. So yeah, I'm going to give him a call tonight and sort the details out, but he's really looking forward to it, so I'm buzzing for that. So yeah, a little bit about the meet. I know I've spoken about it or mentioned it a few times. There is a video on my page giving the details of the meet. So it's Saturday the 31st of May, and it's at the Factory Heads Cafe in Donington, or near Donington Race Circuit. And yeah, there's no event there as such. It's just a public place where we can get together, talk bikes. It's a chance to meet, you know, if you want to say hello to me, if you want to meet the crew. And when I say crew, I'm talking about my awesome team of co-hosts that do an amazing job in supporting me on the lives. It's a chance to meet us, you know, get to know us a little bit, have a coffee. So if you've never been there, you've got the Factory Heads Cafe, so some great food and drink there. You've also got the Superbike Factory, so if you want to browse around and have a look at some bikes or some gear. And you've got Donington Race Circuit. So yeah, it's a good place, nice decent sized car park, plenty of parking, and yeah, it should be a good event. So this is the first time I've organised anything like this, and I've done this off the back of the lives. Actually, a few people suggested it a while back, a few regulars that were tuning into the live. So I thought I'd give it a go, and if it goes well and if plenty of people turn up, then I'll do another one maybe later in the year, and then maybe next year try and shake it up a bit, maybe try and make a bit more of an event out of it. And when I say make more of an event out of it, I'm not sure what I mean by that. I mean, that might be I'll see if I can invite, I don't know, some people there from the bike world, you know. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I know that there might be certain restrictions on actually arranging things, you know, arranging an event, making it more than just a meetup. So I need to look into all those details, need to look into what's involved. But yeah, who knows, next year it could be quite an event, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I hope everyone's good. I thought I'd just nip out and test this mic one more time before I invest in a more expensive one. I think the audio quality is okay, but I've just managed to, I got into the GoPro settings and I've made a couple of adjustments which I'm hoping might reduce a little bit of wind noise. That's why I'm spending a little bit of time on the dual carriageway to see how that is, albeit I can't go very fast at the minute because there's loads of traffic. But yeah, I thought I'd test this out. I can only do 10-minute videos on TikTok, so I might have to split this into a couple of parts. So yeah, I'll switch off for now. I'll switch back on in a minute and make another one. So yeah, have a look on my page, the Bike Meet Factory Heads Cafe Donington, 31st of May from 12 PM onwards. There's plenty of people going. There's even somebody travelling from Denmark for it, would you believe it? So my good friend and co-host Maria is coming all the way from Denmark. We've got JOB coming from Scotland, we've got Soph and a few people coming from North Wales. We've got people coming from South Wales, somebody coming from Brighton. So yeah, hopefully it should be a good turnout. So yeah, I'll catch you all shortly. So yeah, I just thought I'd nip out and try the mic again, like I was saying in an earlier video. So I've managed to get into the GoPro settings. Now, I think one of the restrictions with GoPro is that the amount of available settings you've got to reduce wind noise and things is not great. I don't know what it's like on other cameras, whether it's even better. But yeah, so I managed to get into the settings. I've changed a couple of things, I can't even remember what they are, and I'm hoping that reduces a little bit of wind noise. And then if not, then I might invest in a slightly more expensive mic. I say slightly more expensive, this one was free. I did a video, you might have seen it, where I did a video where I explained the microphone setup that I've got, and it's a cheap old pair of Apple wired earphones, the inline mic from that. And yeah, it's okay, but I think I mean, obviously there are going to be better mics out there that are more expensive, and plus with the GoPro not having as much adjustment, I guess, in the settings, maybe that's affecting my ability to reduce wind noise. Maybe there's another way of doing it. If anybody knows another way of doing it, you know, maybe turning down the gain on a microphone. I can't do that in the GoPro, but is there another way of doing it? Is there some software that I could get? I'm really not sure. But yeah, so my next option is maybe try and invest in a more expensive mic. So I was looking at the Rode Go lav mic, which I've seen a couple of YouTube videos and it seems quite good, but I'm just skeptical because, you know, is it one of these things that I think it costs about 50 odd quid, and is it going to be a case of you buy it and it's actually not as good as it sounds in the videos? Because when people do these other videos, it's their cameras that make the difference, not necessarily the mic. And I don't really want to go out and spend another 400 quid on a camera. So I want to try and get something that works really well with the GoPro that I've got, because the GoPro itself is pretty good. I mean, it does everything that I need it to do. The picture quality is great, the recording ability is great, the battery life is okay, nothing special, but it's okay. And yeah, so maybe I will eventually invest in another camera. If I start doing this more and more, and then the kit that I've got becomes restrictive, then maybe I will invest in a better camera eventually, but not right now. What does everyone else use? I know that I think I've mentioned this before. I'm probably repeating what I've already said actually, but hey ho. I know that some people have mentioned like DJI camera being really good. Obviously Insta360, everybody raves about the Insta360. And I get it, because obviously to be able to record in 360 degrees is fantastic, you know, for the editing quality that you can get when if you want to make really interesting creative videos. But the only thing that puts me off the Insta360 is the actual size of it. It's a pretty big camera, really. Whereas the little GoPro that I've got, it's tiny. You know, it's really nice and compact. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the camera, but yeah, just be interested in what everyone else uses. Look at all those dark clouds over there. We're so hit and miss in the UK with the weather. It is shit sometimes, isn't it? I suppose we can't complain. I mean, we have had, I say, the last couple of weeks have been pretty good. But yeah, it's a bit cloudy today, a bit cloudy this week as well, by all accounts, looking at the forecast. I wonder what kind of summer we're going to have. I think the last time we had an amazing few weeks of hot sunshine was during lockdown, wasn't it? Here's an interesting question. I wonder how many people believe in cloud seeding. I know cloud seeding happens, you know, geoengineering. Cloud seeding is part of geoengineering, trying to control the weather. And from what I hear, countries like Africa, Dubai, countries like Africa's a continent, isn't it? So places like Africa, but particularly Dubai, I think they do lots of cloud seeding in Dubai, where they try to create clouds to increase the chance of rainfall and help minimize and prevent sandstorms. So yeah, I get it. I understand doing that in countries like Dubai, but some people believe it happens in the UK, and I'm inclined to believe it. Because, you know, in the UK we're so hell-bent on becoming net zero and becoming eco-friendly and all that stuff, and I'm not completely against all of that. I get it, but I think we go a little bit too crazy with it all. I mean, there's a lot to be said for, like, if we become completely carbon zero, then it's like less than 0.01% of the world's carbon footprint, and it will make no difference whatsoever. So is it true, do you think, that in the UK they cloud seed, they create clouds? Because if it is, it's fucking annoying, because they stop us from having some sunshine. Anyway, I'm gonna have to split this again, so I'll come back to you in a second. Right, yeah, so I can now do another 10 minutes. It's a bit annoying that I can't do 30-minute videos on TikTok. I'm sure I used to have that option. I never really used it, but I'm sure I used to have that option. But for whatever reason, I think that 30-minute option has disappeared. And I can only make 10-minute videos now, so I have to either remember to stop talking and then split the video later, or just turn the video on and then off again, and then I can upload individual videos, which is maybe a little bit easier. Bit annoying, but there you go. So yeah, anyway, cloud seeding, what's your thoughts? Does anybody believe that it happens in the UK? Does anybody know that it happens? Or does anybody know that it doesn't happen? Little kid asking me to rev the engine, I think. I mean, could you imagine that? You know, could you imagine that we're due to have some beautiful sunshine, something that we've been waiting for so long, but then because the climate change boffins decide to spray some chemicals in the air to get some cloud, that we don't get a chance to get that sunshine. How fucking annoying would that be? I don't know where I'm going to go. Am I going to go left or right? Fuck it. I'll just go right. So yeah, I'm only out for a short run. I'm quite lucky where I live with the amount of great roads around here. I mean, this little route that I'm on now is not fantastic, and I've only popped out to test this mic again after I've made some changes in the settings of the GoPro. But I don't have to go very far at all to get some amazing roads, and the Cotswolds is on my doorstep. Wales is just beyond my doorstep. Gloucestershire has got some amazing roads. Yeah, there's loads of places that I could go. I'm quite lucky, really. But what else have I ridden? Leicestershire, so around Melton, Mowbray. I've ridden up there. Down in Devon, I've ridden down there. There's some amazing roads down in Devon. Like I say, South Wales I've ridden, it's fantastic. But where else is there, folks, in the UK would you recommend? I know that my good friend and co-host Dino lives up not far from the Snake Pass, and the Snake Pass is meant to be fantastic. I would like to go up there and ride the Snake Pass. There's rumours that I heard that they're closing the Snake Pass. I don't know how true that is, but I'd like to go and ride the Snake Pass. Some people love the North Coast 500, the NC 500 in Scotland, but I'm a little bit reluctant to ride all the way to Scotland, if I'm honest. So yeah, where else do you reckon in the UK? Where else would you recommend? That's the only problem with this time of day. There's loads and loads of traffic, but it's okay. Don't need to always get a lick on everywhere we go. He says as he overtakes. To turn my indicator off then. I always do that, to be fair. I have got a habit of forgetting to turn my indicator off. Does anyone else do that? I know where I'm going to go. There's a really small little sort of knee down circuit that isn't too far from where I live. So I might just swing by there, have a little bit of fun. It is absolutely, you know, it's amazing even just getting out for half an hour. I know it barely seems worth it, like getting out for half an hour. But as I say, I just came out to try this microphone out, but even just getting out for 30 minutes, it's just made my day. It's just fantastic. I've never been out on the bike where it's made my day worse, put it that way, and I'm sure all of you are the same. Unless something bad happens, or anything bad has happened to you, I guess that could make your day worse, but you know what I mean though. I've never been out on the bike where it's made my day worse. Lots of traffic this time of day. It's an interesting question actually. What do all you bikers do when you can't get out on the bike and you need to have that similar sort of, I wouldn't say stress relief, I mean, be careful with your answers, but you know what I mean, where you just need to clear your head for half hour. You know, what else do you do? It's particularly a bit tough during the winter, isn't it? Because I am a fair weather biker. I will go out in the winter if it's dry, but if it's wet and cold and icy and shitty, then I won't bother. But that just means in the winter then I can't obviously get out and clear my head in this way. So yeah, so what do all of you folks do in those situations? I know some people ride all year round, but and I used to, years ago, I used to. But riding in the really bad weather, it's never really fun, is it? So when you can't have fun on the bike, is what I'm saying. Even if you ride all year round, but during the shitty months, when you can't have fun, what kind of things do all you bikers do just to get a bit of a break from life? Some heating to my tyres. That's an interesting question as well. People think that weaving from side to side is warming your tyres up, but it's not really warming your tyres up. Warming your tyres up comes from actually riding and accelerated braking, so getting those tyres to compress. That's what warms your tyres up. Bit of cheeky knee down. So yeah, that's what gets your tyres warmed up, not weaving from side to side. It doesn't really do much. I mean, your tyre's still rolling, so it's still generating some heat, but it doesn't improve the cheeky bit of knee down again. It doesn't improve the you know, it doesn't accelerate the heat of the tyre, is what I'm saying. I'm struggling to find my words right now. But yeah, heavy braking, heavy acceleration, and then riding it along a decent pace, that's what gets heat into your tyres. But having said that, weaving along, it's quite fun, isn't it, sometimes? Right, I'm going to shut off and then start again. yeah, how is everyone? So I think this is part 4 of 4 videos, 4 10-minute videos that I'm making while I'm just out on this quick little blast. I do like the thought of doing more and more motovlogs, but I do struggle to think of what to talk about sometimes. So I just find myself waffling on. I'm probably boring you shitless, but hey ho, if he's still around, if he's still listening, then he's still listening. I know what I did. What is it about drivers in the UK though? Like seriously, I mean, not everybody of course, but you do get a hell of a lot of drivers in the UK. They fucking sit in the right hand lane, just sitting there because they think they're fucking entitled to sit in the right hand lane. Nobody was taught this on your driving lesson. Nobody on their driving lessons was ever taught sit in the right lane and don't move over when it's clear. Nobody was ever taught that, so why do they all fucking do it? It really pisses me off. One thing I notice about drivers in the UK compared to drivers in Europe, or vice versa, like in Europe the drivers are so much more well behaved, so much more disciplined, and so much more respectful to each other and respectful to bikers as well. Like it is night and day, the driving standards compared to the UK. So if anyone ever gets a chance to go riding around Europe, then I'd definitely recommend it. You'll love it. In fact, I think I've briefly mentioned this before. Do you know what? I'm going to do a video actually of taking a trip over to Europe. Now, I did it last year. I've got another trip coming up this year. I was lucky enough to live in Germany for almost 10 years as well, and for a few of those years I was riding. So fucking bus coming. So yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm waiting here, but I know what I'm going to do. So yeah, so I was lucky enough to live over there. So I've driven in Europe lots, and I'll do a video on travelling across to Europe, what you should take, what you shouldn't take, how to prepare for the trip. And yeah, hopefully that'll help someone. I definitely recommend it. Does anybody want any other videos on anything else, a specific? Like, is there anything that you see in any of my videos that you want me to talk about a little bit more? You want me to expand on a little bit more? Then I'm more than happy to do that. I'm not going to tell people how to get the knee down. I am not going to tell you body, head, bike. Move your body across, move your head, then turn the bike. I'm not going to tell you that you have to use your upper body as much as you use your lower body. I'm not going to tell you that you have to lean forward as well as down. I'm not going to tell you that you have to drop your inside elbow and your inside shoulder, and you have to look where you want to go, not down at the ground. I'm not going to tell you that you have to treat the center line of the bike in a way that you're trying to get away from the center line of the bike with your head and your shoulders. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, any ideas, anything you want me to talk about, folks, then let me know. I'll think about doing a video on travelling to Europe very soon, but for now, stay safe, have fun.